So, I'm going to be sharpening this half Congress pen blade, mostly because it needs to be sharpened. I will explain later why I use this knife and why I think it's so cool, as well as show us other examples of it. Right now, I'm using the WorkSharp Guided Sharpener Pro. I've mostly taken a liking to using it because it kind of takes more guesswork out of sharpening my stuff. Plus, it also features this small table that I can sharpen smaller knives on. That was my biggest complaint of the previous generation of this, was there was no way to sharpen anything smaller like these are. I'm going to be using this 800 grit and the ceramic honing um, well, plate to be sharpening. Now I have the 800 applied. I will be going back and forth just to try to get a consistent edge. Now, for the most part, I'm kind of self-taught on how to sharpen everything, and these videos are more for a let me watch them back and make sure that I'm being consistent on my sharpening. I kind of got into the hobby of collecting knives, so early on I decided, well, if I'm going to start collecting and using these things, I might as well also learn how to sharpen them, because it wouldn't be practical to just keep going out and paying somebody else to sharpen my stuff. Plus, that would get expensive real quick. So, yeah, I'll be going back and forth. I think I did like a minute and a half, and now I flipped over. The also best part is I don't have to change very many settings. The small knife table there is magnetic, but I still don't trust the magnet. That's why you see me also holding this uh, as I'm going along. And I'm just trying to work the edge consistently and trying not to spend too much time on one side or another. And really, I find this kind of peaceful and relaxing. For the most part, it's very easy to, just kind of just let all the stress fade away for the day to day. Now, I checked it off camera and swapped to the ceramic honing. I'm still playing with the idea if I should have this all as one big long shot or break it up like I broke it up here. And I'm still, teaching myself video editing, audio editing, and everything. Now, to get back, I'm pretty sure I did another minute and a half for each side. This, I know, is a lot of time to fill for what is essentially just watching me sharpen back and forth. And originally I was thinking of doing this on a script, but right now I'm just sitting here watching back my video, trying to think of anything else I have to say while this is going on. Later on, I will kind of explain the Congress knife and show you some examples of Congresses I have, because I actually really like this, and I have probably a good 6 knives in my collection that I kind of consider Congresses. I think they're really fun, and this I find very useful for opening bottles and anything with wrapping that is just too tough to peel up on your own. It's pretty much all I've been using this for. I don't have much time left. I'm going to wrap this up and examine the edge to make sure that it's to my liking, and then we'll go over some of the congresses that I have, what makes a knife a congress, and what I like about the whole congress thing. I was just sharpening this half congress, which I like to use to open the wrappings on most items like drinks and whatnot. It's just very convenient, especially that pen blade. In fact, that's why you saw me sharpen the pen blade. It's my most used. I actually really like congresses. They're very have a very cool history. They started off as a workman's knife for things like tobacco and cotton, and as the small case congress will show, you would open a sheep's foot blade and like harvest all your cotton and or tobacco. This case one has another drop point, which I'll get into later. But the idea is with two blades you can work twice as long. The pen blade originally was to sharpen your pencils and so you can fill out your forms. And then when it comes time to mark the wooden crates and everything would be packed in, that's where that coping blade would come into play. Now, a traditional one would be this Boker Congress, and the fact I should back up and say congresses mostly refer to all 4 points coming together, but the reason why this is more traditional thing is, as you see, that has two sheep's foot, whereas this case with the kind of funky handles has a sheep's foot and a drop point blade, which I kind of like, is more modern because you know you're not in the fields anymore. But yeah, uh, case is more um, modern, whereas the Boker is very traditional. I have both a large and small. Then this Whittler is a three-bladed knife. It's a drop point more than a sheep's foot, but I still kind of consider it. I know Whittlers can also be considered their own thing, but because it has that coping and pen blade, I kind of also like to lump it in with Congress patterns. Then you saw this is a Kentucky Congress from Rough Rider. It has the same pen blade, sheep's foot blade, and on the other side, coping and sheep's foot. But the Kentucky one also has a large clip point, making it a 5-bladed thing. And there are 6-bladed Congresses. I don't own one, but this is just my Congress collection. I'm moving the shields out, but the top 3 are cases. The bottom 2 are Bokers, and then a Rough Rider.